just I wanted to fix my laptop. By the way, I'm Diwakar from Bangalore, from India. I've taken a simple topic because why do I say simple? My research area is on importance of phonology and phonetics for language proficiency, basically on pronunciation of L2 teachers. I'm a teacher educator. I'm head of the department for English from Christ University and St. Joseph's. To start with, I'll start with the question. The question states this: do we insist on direct method where we should use only English to make L2 learners to understand or to learn English or proficiency? Or if we are doing that, what's happening to the regional languages? I mean to say vernacular languages. We all come from different countries here. I do have a simple statistic to say what would happen to all the vernacular languages if English becomes a dominant language. So that's my paper today on this conference. To start with, so that's my, So this is my research topic, multilingualism and English language teaching, perceptions of students and teachers of Bangalore in ELT classroom. To start with, this is my background, which I have stated, where it has been, India is a place of different languages and culture, and it's in the dynamism of globalization. What's happening to our society with other vernacular languages? With that background, these are the questions which I've stated. What is the national and regional and ethnic identity of people living in multilingualism society like ours? What are the after effects of adoptability and development in the relation of multilingualism? What assorted international impacts are results of multilingualism? Based on these questions, my research took flight to know. I use my own experience, which is phenomenology, one of the qualitative methods to know. My own experience I have put in this because to do my research, wherever I've been to collect the samples, one question I often get is any regional places where I've been to collect my data, they always say, why do we need to learn accent, or L1, why should we add that? So if people who are in favor of regional languages, they have questioned that. So I've taken from that with these questions. This I sometime before I said about. This is the data of World Population Bureau states of this, and we have people from India today in this conference hall. We have from China, United States, Indonesia. If you look at that, the population in 2050 would be that much, and languages in 2009, all the regional languages, the numbers were like that. I mean, numbers are like that. When it goes to 2050, 69% of whatever languages numbers that I've illustrated there, it would be no more. Almost 70% of regional languages will not be there in this world, only because of dominance L1, I mean real foreign language L2. So this is alarming to anybody who comes from different backgrounds. So we are losing our ethnic or our regional languages. With that statistics to move across, why do we need mother tongue in English classroom? For example, if I say there are a lot of words in the name of foreign language today, people try to accentize, saying, for example, if I state a word Samskrita, there's no translation for that, but the dominance of foreign language just made that word as Sanskrit. So that is not the actual word. So I don't know what makes the people to make Sanskrit as Sanskrit. That's a question which I have to put across to the scholars here. To move, these are the arguments in favor of multilingualism classroom, to convey some important words, meanings, and other things are listed there. And these are the against. I've taken both the sides of the coin, arguments on both the sides for and against. These are the areas which are against to use of bilingual method in the classroom. So a lot of words cannot be translated. That's an exception. We can't do that. To move across. So objectives of my research, goes to this: to recognize the challenges of multilingual classroom in Bangalore rural schools, to elucidate the teachers are prepared for a multilingual English language classroom, to examine learners' reaction in multi-language, that is L1 and L2 in the process of teaching and learning, to suggest some pedagogical implications for monolingual and multilingual classroom. So methodology, already I've stated, I began with my own experience, which is phenomenology, which I have put across because I have 12 years of experience as a teacher trainer. I have traveled across, and my own experience I've stated in this paper. And again, I've done with grounded theory. That's one of the other qualitative methods. I've conducted semi-formal interviews. I've checked the students and teachers. A semi-structured questionnaire was also given to get the relevant data. What do they prefer? And the findings read most of the students, even the cosmopolitan city like ours, Bangalore, most of the students said, their opinion saying that's not necessary a teacher to have a foreign accent or to portray that he's a foreigner. They were listing these, and the research also revealed few of the major words. Already one example I've taken. Samskrita may not become Sanskrit. Still, it can become Sanskrit. We need not to accentize something like that. There are other few words also people, when I conducted research on the students and teachers, most of the students, they are given the words, these words should not be accentized like that, like Guru Vandanam, which is where we pray to Guru, who is a teacher, and like I've already said, Padabhivandanam, where students' life starts from teacher's foot. All those are, we have these words from our mythology for decades. Now, for the last few years, the accent or dominance of language has given different concepts for that. Thank you. That's my paper.
Thank you very much. And we do have time for some questions.
Well, it's a fact that cultural connotation of word cannot be transported into the target language. So, like you talked of free touching of the guru. So, simple free touching is one thing, but then the term that is given here is far more in-depth. So that cannot be conveyed. What is your suggestion for that? Cannot be a suggestion.
What's that?
What is your suggestion for that?
For suggestions, is what I've kept it open for recommendations. This paper is particularly the limitation of my research, which I'm doing on pronunciation, which is a major dominant linguistic feature of foreign language. I've kept it open-ended, where it's a hypothetical situation of dominant foreign language today in the world. That could be any country in the world. This hypothetical situation, even I felt like, let me keep it open. We'll have to think as teachers, like what is...
Yeah, that's right, but there are words which are accepted by the English dictionary also in due course of time, because there is no translation available for them. So we have so many words, even Guru itself,
Understand, sir, but unfortunately the first...
All the words may not be incorporated because it's not so common. So when you talk of one word, you transform, the only, way out is, to give
That's true. Unfortunately, the first Indian word to be included in the Oxford Dictionary was chutney. So we had better words than...
Even before that, Pandit was very long back.
The first, modern dictionary, the first word to be included.
Chutney came much later.
Okay, yes, one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to make a clarification regarding textual phonology in your university. So what's the thrust of your university? Do you focus more on
It's on received pronunciation. That's my research area, IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. My research is on that. Why this paper on multilingualism? Because wherever, as I stated in my presentation also, it was like people, and I come from regional background. My mother tongue is entirely different. I studied from vernacular medium. I started my English learning when I started with 5th grade. From pre-nursery to 4th grade, I studied in vernacular language. So the inclination towards my vernacular language and my research area both together has made me do this.
Just like to share how it's like in the Philippines. We don't really focus much on a perfect native like sounding English. It's more of the comprehensibility as long as you're able to figure out African stresses, as long as the accent is naturalized and you are comprehensible to everyone, then that is not a problem. It's not really a focus on sounding like a native English speaker. Same thing with multilingualism in the Philippines, where we have this mother tongue based multilingualism education, where I would agree that multilingualism is a resource. It's more beneficial rather than a problem. And hopefully that's how you view it also in your school. It's supposed to be a resource, but not a problem. Is it a problem in your university? Multilingualism is a problem.
Yes. No, it's not a problem. I would say rather than problem, it's a challenge for teacher. It all depends on a teacher's capability of teacher handles the students. Doesn't mean that India has more English speakers than anywhere in the world. So we need not to have that copied accent where we portray. That's a weakness that's happening in our place. People think if they put on or imitate a foreign speaker, he is privileged. But that's not the truth. Even my research also revealed by the students saying that's not the fact. That's a myth people do have. If I speak like Kannadiga, which is my mother tongue, doesn't matter. End of the day, we should make people to understand. So that's the objective we should carry on.
Okay, we do need to conclude. Thank you very much.